In today's video, I'm talking about 3 common money habits that I have as a millionaire that you can copy. If you're interested in becoming a millionaire or building your wealth, definitely check out all 3 habits today. I am Tiffany Thomas, your wealth mentor. I achieved financial freedom in my 30s and became a millionaire at 40. I'm here to help you do that even earlier and easier and without bias, since I do not work for any third parties. All right, and if you are interested in working with me, I do have a coaching program. I will leave a link below in the description. You can click on that link and check out the details on how you can work with me. All right, let's dive into these habits. The first habit I want to talk about is that I am always open to learning about improving my financial situation. I'm not going to shut someone down and tell them, no, don't tell me how to improve my finances. I want to continue to improve my financial situation and get better with my money and learn what I need to further my growth of my financial well-being. And I just want to share a quick experience with you. I was talking with a friend the other night, and he happened to be talking to one of our other friends about his finances. And my friend was saying, well, do you have a credit card? He was just kind of wondering what was going on with his financial situation. And his friend said, well, I have a credit card, but I never use it. And my other friend was saying, well, you can get reward points by using your credit card. And the other friend was saying, well, I don't need reward points. I don't need any of that. And then my other friend was also saying, well, when you use your debit card and if there is fraudulent activity that happens because you're using your debit card at so many different places, then your checking account can be frozen and that money can be taken out of your account. And then what are you going to do? It's going to take a long time to resolve that situation. But if you are using a credit card, then you can just call your credit card company immediately, and they usually take care of it right away for you, and none of your funds are frozen. You still have access to your credit card and to all of your money in your checking account. And the other friend was just saying, well, I can just have enough money for 3 to 4 months worth of expenses in my account, so I can cover anything bad that happens. And he was just kind of brushing off these ideas that my other friend was bringing up. And I'm not saying everyone should use credit cards. That's not the point of this situation. Not everyone should use credit cards. If we aren't able to handle using credit cards without paying any interest on those credit cards, then stick to the debit cards, stick to cash, what is going to definitely work for you. But what I'm saying is we can really be open to other people's ideas with financial things. We don't have to just shut people down immediately and just say, I don't need that. I don't need free money. I don't need rewards. And I'm doing fine with what I have. If we really want to improve our situations, then I think we can really be open to learning about how we can improve. And especially when we are listening to those that are in better financial situations than we are. That is what I have tried to do along my financial journey. I have reached out to different friends or different mentors that were above where I wanted to be so that I could get ideas from them and eventually become where they were and even surpass them if I so desired. But if I wasn't open to learning, then I never would have listened to them. I never would have asked for advice from them. But I'm really glad that I did do that because I have a really good friend who invests in real estate. He's very successful with that. So I asked him a lot of questions about how I could invest in real estate and how I could build my wealth that way. He also invests in the stock market. So I asked him questions about investing in the stock market. And I even have a previous boss at my old company and my old 9-to-5 job. And I asked him a lot of real estate questions as well because he is successful with real estate. So it's just a good idea if we are open to learning new ways about how we can build our wealth, how we can become more financially secure. And going along with this, I just keep thinking, if we are so closed-minded, and this could be in any area, it doesn't just have to be finances, then we're really never going to improve. We're never going to build our wealth and become a millionaire or become financially free or even just hit our financial goals. So that is the first common money habit that I want to bring up, is being open to learning about how to improve your financial situation. And we don't need to apply everything that we are learning. Some things won't work for us. For example, I have a friend who used to day trade, and he would tell me about that. And I just didn't want to spend the time day trading. So that wasn't for me. But it's not that I immediately shut him down and didn't listen to what he was saying. I'm open to all different ideas, and then I can apply what's actually going to work for me. All right, let's move to money habit number 2. And this one is knowing what I am going to do with my money before I get it. I think this one is really key, and this has made a big difference for my finances, for sure, for building my wealth, because if I already have a plan for the money that is coming in before I get it, then I know exactly what I'm going to do with that money. Instead of just thinking, oh, I got some money, maybe I'll jump on Amazon and see what great deals they have today. That's not how I operate. I already know what's going to be coming in, and so I immediately have a plan for that money. And I just want to share a few examples with you so that you can get an idea, a better idea on what I'm talking about. The other day, just a few days ago or a few weeks ago, I had sold something on KSL. It's kind of like Craigslist. But I had sold this item on KSL, and it was $80. And so the person just paid me $80 in cash. And since I was selling that item, I was hoping that I would be able to create that extra income, that $80. And I took that to the bank. I deposited it in the bank, and then that way it could start earning interest. And yes, it is only $80, but this is a habit. This is a system that I've created for myself. So this time it's $80, but what if next time it's $800? Or what if this is $80 and then I get $100 and then $300, right? It continues to add up. But if I'm just leaving that money sitting in my purse, for example, not really working for me, and I continue to receive more and more money and just don't really have a plan for it, then it's just going to sit there and not work for me. Or I'm not going to spend it on my priorities. It will just be kind of a whimsical purchase that I think, oh, maybe I should just buy this. I have some cash in my purse. So I have that plan in place. And to give you another example, I set up a business checking account with US Bank. They were offering an $800 bonus if you set up a business checking account. And I thought, oh, that's actually more money than I am making currently with my money sitting in savings. So I transferred money. I set up a new account, transferred money over there, waited the allotted time frame, and received that $800. And I immediately, when I received that, I wanted to transfer that into my high yield savings account, or I'm using a high yield brokerage account, but essentially kind of like a savings account. So I wanted to immediately transfer that money over. So I logged into US Bank, and it showed on there that I could only transfer $1,500 at a time. And that wasn't going to work for me. That would take a long time to transfer all of my money over to this high yield interest that I was receiving in my other account. So I thought, well, all right, US Bank isn't that far away from my house. So when I was eating my lunch, I finished my lunch, went over to US Bank, and I withdrew all of the money and closed the account because I don't actually need to use that account. I have a business checking account already that I really like and lets me actually transfer a lot more than $1,500 at a time. So once I cashed out that amount, it was a cashier's check. I immediately went over to my credit union that I use in person and put the money in there, deposited it, and then went home and directly transferred that to my brokerage account, which is the account that has the high yield interest rate. So I wasn't just waiting around and thinking, oh, I can do that later. I knew I had a plan for that. I wanted that money working for me rather than just sitting in that checking account that wasn't even earning 1% interest currently. So I had that plan. I took care of my money immediately. So it's just little things like that that really add up to a larger amount. Even though we may not see that in the beginning where we're thinking, oh, well, it's just $80. But if we can just start to create these processes or have this plan for our money, then we are just going to create more money essentially. because we actually care about our money and we know where we can put it so that it will work the best for us or the most for us so that we can continue to build our wealth and not just have that cash and think, oh, I have cash, I can just go ahead and spend that on whatever I want to. And then I wanted to share one other example with you. With my budget that I have, every single month on the 25th of the month, I will update my budget and I will see exactly which expenses are coming out of my checking account. And then I leave a small buffer in my checking account, and then I will transfer that extra money to my brokerage account. It has a higher interest rate right now, so I transfer it there, and that's my savings account. I don't want to leave money just sitting in my checking account because that doesn't even have a 1% interest rate right now. So I know the exact amount that is my buffer in my checking, and once I'm updating my budget and I can see, okay, once all of my expenses go through, then I want to have this amount as my buffer, and I'm transferring everything else over to my high yield savings or my high yield brokerage account. And I do that every single month. So I'm really not kind of just wasting my money, right? I'm making as much of my money work for me as possible, as soon as possible. And I feel like this has really helped me build my wealth exponentially because I'm on top of things. And it doesn't take that much time. It's once a month, and I go in and I see exactly what I've spent, if I need to make adjustments, and exactly how much extra I'm going to have, and then I just schedule that transfer. So it's a few minutes of time that is going to really make a difference in the long term because I'm doing this every single month, and that will add up to quite a bit over the years. And then the third common money habit that I have as a millionaire that you can also copy is to automate my money. I automate as much as possible so that I can make my finances as simple as possible. This is also a game changer. I have all of my bills on auto pay so that I don't have to log into my power bill or the power company or the gas company. I have those bills automatically coming out every single month. And then the same with my credit cards. I just have that auto payment already scheduled, and I can see exactly what the amounts are, so I know exactly how much is going to come out, and that way I can update my budget every single month and transfer the extra money over so that it's earning more money. And I do this with my investing as well. I have an auto transfer from my checking account directly to my investment account, and the way it's set up, once that is transferred to my investment account, I can actually set a automatic purchase to purchase the investment that I want. So it's not just getting transferred to my investment account and then sitting there not being invested in the stock market. I have it set up so that it automatically transfers and automatically purchases the investment that I wanted to purchase. And if you want to know my favorite stock market investment, I have another video about that. I will leave a link above. You can check that out later on. But by doing this, by automating all of my bills, my expenses, my investing, I'm able to keep my finances pretty simple, and I'm able to build my wealth very simply because I don't have to think about it. I don't have to log into a bunch of different accounts and manually do all of these things. And when I was first setting up my automatic transfers, I was nervous that some of these may not go through. So I decided to get a free account with Empower. It used to be called Personal Capital, but now it's Empower. And I have all of my financial accounts hooked to Empower so that I can see everything, all of my credit cards, my checking, my savings, my investment accounts, all in one place very quickly. So all I have to do is open up the app and I can see, all right, that automatic transfer did go through, that bill got paid. So I don't have to log into each account and make sure. I can just pull up Empower and see my complete financial picture very quickly. So those are the 3 common money habits that I have as a millionaire. that you can copy. And I want to know, what is one of your money habits that has been successful for you? So comment below and tell me your favorite money habit. And like I mentioned before, if you are interested in getting some of these set up for yourself and becoming better with your money and learning to invest your money so that you can become a millionaire, then I have my coaching program. I will leave that link below in the description. You can click on that link and check out how you can work with me. And make sure and hit the like button and hit the subscribe button and share this video with whomever you would like to. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.